Hello everybody and welcome back to some more Business Elite. And as you can see in our base, there have been some changes around the place, as well as, you may be able to see in my inventory, there's been something that's been added, which would be Tinker's Construct, because, well, a couple of reasons. One, I really felt like it should be in here, just because obviously this pack is not a magic one, this is Business Elite, it's all the tech mods, but to be perfectly honest, like, Tinker's Construct isn't really a magic mod, so it's not really going against that, and I suppose you could kinda call it, like, because you've got the tech bit of, like, having a cleaver, for example, that has the leadstone things on it, the leadstone energy things, what is it called? A leadstone flux capacitor. You have stuff like that. You have integration with mods that are tech based, so I felt like it was nice it could be added. So I did it, which means we also get clear glass, which is really nice. I was using thickened glass until now, which still had like lines in it, but it was as clear as you could get it. But now I have this. I think it's like really nice. And then I also have Tinker's Mech Works on here as well, which is just like drawbridges. I may be using those at some point, but currently, that's molten gold. Currently, I was making bronze large plates because I found out it's actually possible in this. That's a bad idea. That's a really bad idea. This. I may lose a bit of gold in that, but whatever. You can make the exo armor in this version, which is pretty nice. Which is what I was doing. Let me throw that back in there because it'll go back. As well as these guys. That hopper's only there because I had quite a lot of gold swords to put in there, which is another reason. As you can see, I set up this spawner here. It's obviously not finished. I just kept on transferring energy cells over here when I wanted to power it, and then this drum here has mob essence in it, which I've been filling up myself with my experience when I needed it, as well as getting it from some mobs. Yeah, here's my liquid XP drum. That's quite a bit because I have been destroying a lot of quartz to get this guy, because it needs quite a bit of quartz to fully do. I haven't got a nether star on it, so it's not fully powered up, but it does seem to go to 39 on its own, which is intriguing because I looked at my own sort of tutorial for the one shot with the thing, and it might be just because it's an outdated version, but like, this doesn't have all the possible modifiers on it, and it's already got 39, and I think 37 was the highest you could go if you just wanted it with the nether star and all the other modifiers plus a leadstone flux capacitor. So it seems like I can go slightly higher. It doesn't always one-shot kill, but whatever. But yeah, I've been doing gold zombie pigmen. Been getting a couple of golden swords here. These are all the enchanted ones. The other ones have actually gone in there, as I sort of said. And I did some zombies as well. Quite a lot of zombies. Zombie heads are very easy to come by, and I've just been dropping them in here because this cleaver has the heading. Right, look, this is the guy I sort of won't kill because he's all in that arm, but you get a lot. Oh, yeah, I'm getting a tiny bit more lag than I used to. I'm not sure if it is due to Tinker's Construct being here. Oh, yes, I also have a jetpack, but I completely forgot I disabled it. I was wondering why he did so much damage to me. No, it's my crops. What are you doing? But yeah, it's I've got Tinker's Construct and Tinker's Mech Works in here already. I've been experimenting, as you can see. I have 3 current tools from it, which would be this cleaver. Oh god. This cleaver here, which is really good at the moment. It's not even fully finished. This Silk Touch pickaxe, which is basically what I did is I just got a normal I think it's, if I remember correctly, cobalt head, paper binding, and manulin tool rod, and that's the same for both of my pickaxes because I've also got my fortune one here. But I've got, yeah, cobalt head, paper binding, and manulin tool rod. So they're exactly the same. One has full fortune on it, which luckily I remember correctly, or remembered whilst doing it. They only takes up 1 modifier for level 3 fortune. I'm just going to kill this guy because I can, and there's nobody who's going to be mad at me. So yeah, that is full fortune, and then it's got a leadstone thing, and then it's just all redstone after that, and I can add 1 more set of redstone after I get nether stars, hopefully, when I eventually get to that point. And then that's for the fortune one there, and this one's just the same but silk touch. And I only recently realised that silk touch actually puts the damage down to 1. This has 1 attack damage, the other one has 4 attack damage, which I think is what it starts at. Another thing I added, I did start doing these slightly again, not really too much, I've just been throwing them back in there. But I have this little setup here. Luckily I have steam turbines to power everything, but basically all this is an igneous extruder set to make cobblestone going into this deep storage unit. Originally it was 2 chests, but then I realised deep storage was so much better, and I actually had the materials to make it. Item duct into a pulverizer, which is being powered by this steam turbine perfectly well. And that is basically being turned into, the pulverizer will always turn the thing into sand, so I have 12,000 sand, and it will sometimes turn it into gravel, which is really, really useful. I was using that for the grout recently, as well as there's another thing I was using it for, but I really can't remember what it was. What's the uses of it? I can't remember. Yeah, you can use it for grout, but I think I was using it for something else. I think I may have been getting flint. I'm not sure, but I think I was just getting it generally. Actually, no, sorry, I was getting the sand. I really wanted the sand, but then I realised I could also get the gravel out of it, so I just sort of took that as an extra bonus thing. I don't know if I showed this last time. This is just a basic setup with some hoppers. The reason I have a redstone furnace, then pulverizer, then redstone furnace is due to nether ores. Basically with the nether ores, what I do is I put them through here, which will turn them into 2 of the normal ore. Then the normal ore will go into here, pulverize into 2 of whatever, and then it'll go in here. I know you can technically put them into pulverizers and they'll just do it anyway. Go into 4 sets anyway, but I kind of like this process because it allows me a bit more diversity with some of them. And this one is basically, I can actually set this back up to be properly done. But I just set that up for when I'm doing redstone, because with redstone it's really nice because you can get cinnabar out of it, which means you can get a lot of shiny ingots from it. Basically, if you use cinnabar and ferrous ore in an induction smelter, it gives you a 100% chance of getting a shiny ingot, and that is something. I think this is the first time I've ever had more cinnabar than I have had ferrous ore. And I've been collecting a lot of ferrous ore. As you can see, I've got a lot of stuff. I actually have now more steam turbines than I actually need, because I was using them generally around a load of places, like down in this area. I brought this back, but I only need 81. I don't even need 81. I really need only 64, but I'm using 81, which means yeah, 162. So I've got 5 more than I need, luckily. So if anything does come up, I can do that. Here's my little power station. There's a tesseract behind here, as you may be able to see. I'll have to fix that later, unless I can get it. These are my hardened energy cells. I really want to get all of these to be resonant, because I think that'll look really cool. My lava drums, lava fabricator making that. Auto enchanter, auto anvil, auto disenchanter, my crusher, my metallurgic infuser, my electrolytic separator, and my energetic infuser. I have these 2, which I was just trying around with because I was enchanting, using the auto enchanter to make a load of low level books here, and also some of the ones I disenchanted off of the swords from here, and I just kind of wanted to put them together without having to use a normal anvil. So I tried that. I haven't really tried this one, but you need open blocks XP, which actually is that stuff. It's just, you know, extra utilities drum. Oh, and an enderman. I want to see if I can kill an enderman in one hit. I'm not sure if I can. So it will be pretty intriguing to see if I can actually do that. These drying racks I absolutely love, by the way. Yeah, I feel like what's recently happened with this is because I spent a lot of time. I should probably take this off amount mode soon. I'm just going to throw these in here. I can get 64 of those guys. But yeah, I feel like what recently happened, especially with the adding of Tinker's Construct, even though I only recently did that like today, is I've just been playing without sort of recording, and a lot of the time it's just going to sort of be some of the updates thing, because I just kind of get more work done when I'm not recording, it seems. Just kind of go off and do whatever, which is quite fun. But there is something I'm really looking forward for, and if I do rotary craft, which is something I normally wouldn't do. The reason I normally wouldn't do it because there's a lot of steps to get stuff, and there's a lot of stuff you can get. These reservoirs are pretty cool. They hold 64 buckets of whatever liquid you want. I'm not sure if they work for like Tinker's Construct stuff. I'm assuming it doesn't, but there is one block I'm specifically intrigued with, which is the spawner controller. I've seen what it's been able to do, and it is amazing. Basically, you can put it on top of a spawner, power it, and if you power it with enough power, you can set a delay between spawning to 0, and basically make a load of a mob. If you've got a spawner for them, let's say a zombie or a blaze, for example, you can basically spawn a lot of them, and I think that's a really good way, maybe a way I get my mob essence, because this thing did take a while to actually get, believe it or not. Like a lot of that, because I think I lose like 400 from like, if I put like 4 buckets in there, I think I lose 400. So in the end, you obviously are making a loss. So I had to get a lot of XP. This is why this is going to help really a lot, because I get to kill a lot more things quicker. And been using that XP to just sort of fill that up every so often. And I really want it to be able to sort of be self-sufficient, nearly. I just need to make some more tesseracts, which I'll be able to do because I'm getting shiny ingots galore here, and I don't know how many shiny ingots I've got in here. 35 of those and 45 pulverized shiny metal, which is pretty nice, pretty good. I think I'm really loving being able to get cinnabar so very well. If I wasn't able to have the nether ores, I would be here for a lot longer, because I'd have to wait until I either got a silk touch pickaxe or had waited until I got this silk touch pickaxe before I was actually able to actually get the redstone to get the cinnabar. So that's really useful. If you want to know what I'm doing now, I'm actually going to go, because I recently was just sort of gliding around, because I've got a world anchor down there, so I kind of can go off and it will still keep my area logged in, basically, and I can just sort of run off. And I found this pretty nice area. I can't remember what it's called. It's called a Autumn Woods. But by this Autumn Woods, or in this Autumn Woods rather, there is a village which I have not actually inspected yet. I've just sort of saw it while I was flying around, never really took the time to look at it, because I don't really know why. Get down. But I do think it's a poorly constructed village, because look at it. Ah! Oh, there's actually a cave under it. Do I have my torches? No, I don't. That's the thing I forgot. Yeah, I really need to find a use. We don't have Thorncraft, so we don't really have a use for the heads, really. It's not like the only real time it would be useful is if we were playing with Thorncraft or we were playing with Witchery. And the only time it would be really good with Witchery is if it was Wither Skeleton, which we do have to go kill a couple of Wither Skeletons. I may try and trap one. Oh, that's a house. Bye. But yeah, we need to go kill some wither skeletons. We need to get this is where I get the wither skeletons, kill the wither a couple of times. Ooh, what do we have here? HSLA, iron scrap, MGMT kits, and pulsating iron, which is quite good. Pulsating iron's okay. I think the only real reason we'd use pulsating iron, if I remember correctly, is to make... Oh, it's not even what I thought it was. Empowered item conduct. So it's not even what item I thought it was. I thought it was at IO. I thought it was it is pulsating iron. No, vibrant alloy is what I thought it was, which you use to make the sort of third tier Ender energy conduit, which has a max output of 2048 microjoules, or MJ. I think it's microjoules, might be millijoules, I'm not sure. I think it's microjoules though. Only has an output of that, whereas if we look up energy conduit on here, like it's Bell energy, you'll see the ones we currently have, redstone energy conduits, 10,000 RF per tick. Actually, I only just realized that 2048 MJ is more than 10,000 RF. Huh. So, you never know, I might have to go and actually make those, but, you know, it's not too much of a problem. The only real time we'd need that is if we were really going for the laser drill, because the laser drill can have a maximum input of 2,000 RF, 20,000 RF per tick. Might change that to be red stained clay, but that's the only real reason we'd need it. Like, if we wanted to even increase it more, which is something we still have to do. I still need to get a slaughterhouse. Slaughterhouse being, oh, golden swords, golden axe, that's fine. Factory machine block, because we need that to get the pink slime, and we need the pink slime to get the laser drill. Yeah. But I think we really need a direction with this already. My first direction is obviously to make the laser drill and get the laser drill set up. I should probably actually make sure that these things are working. These things are done, which is fine. But I really need to sorry, I'm trying to find the ferrous. I need to get that sorted first. That's like first priority, and then we can get sort of even more items coming through. Oh, I just pressed a button. I didn't know what it did. Okay, I don't know what I did. But it seemed to kind of fix my FPS, so I'm happy. Maybe. But yeah, laser drill is first priority because then we can get more items coming through, and I'll probably set up its own AE system, and I want to try and what I want to do is I want to test what every single possibility of item you can get out of it is, especially now considering we've added cobalt and ardite to the possibilities of it. So I need to get all of the total number of ores that you can get, and then I need to set up an ME system. Well, I think what will happen is it will sort of go into an ME system, then it will go to, they'll transfer to deep storage units for each item, for each ore, and then those will be connected via storage buses to the ME system, so you can actually see how much of each item you currently have. And then what I'll do is I'll set it up so all of those items then go through their own sort of process steps. So for example, if it was redstone, or let's say nether redstone, the nether redstone would go through a redstone furnace, then through a pulverizer, and the cinnabar would get pushed off somewhere, and the redstone would get pushed off somewhere. And then I'd probably just throw that to be set up again. Probably they'll be like thrown to deep storage, I think, and then set up on the ME system to be a storage bus, so that, you know, you can view the amount of items you have as well. So I'll have to get set up redstone furnaces, pulverizers, induction smelters, and other such things to sort all that out. But That should all be perfectly fine. I think the only problem would be tesseracts to power everything, because I don't think I want everything individually powered. I want, like, for example, just by its own steam turbine, if I carry on using those. I think what I'll do is I'll have these 4 eventually set up to be just the laser drill, and I'm going to set up, well, possibly I could set up 4 more, because there's 1, 2, 3, 4 rooms here, and then, for example, I have this room here, if I can get the dimensions right, because I've had a couple of problems when I was making this one that the dimensions were completely wrong, but I fixed them now, which is perfectly fine. But I could have 8, and I could have sort of these 4 set up to like 1 energy frequency to sensor the laser drill only, and then the other 4 can be, you know, just powering everything in the base, and through that tesseract up here, there, and other tesseracts which I'd use, you know, to power everything, so it could power this system and hell, even this system which I've got here, because I didn't show this, but I have tesseract here, lava fabricator here, and that, just to make sure that I never have to top it up with lava, because that is a pain otherwise. That chest is really going to annoy me if it doesn't go back. There we go. And yeah, that's really okay, how it's going to go. I just need to sort of do spacing properly, really. That's my only real problem. And then again, we can set up this to be we can set up those to be resonant, because they'll charge up. They'll be able to charge up a bit better, considering, like, it won't. First off, you'll have 4, so you'll basically have 40,000 RF coming through, which means I would probably have to update these to be the 20,000 RF ones, and then 2 can get charged at full speed at each time, which I think will be quite cool. Another plan I had was to possibly have all these get charged here, whilst so they'd be getting 10,000 RF through, and then have this second layer here that wasn't being charged normally, but it was being charged through these guys. So these would have orange up here, charging these ones, these had orange on top, charging these ones, and you sort of have, like, these ones would be full first, and then it'll be these ones, and then these guys could charge. And I think I might do like with the little this thing here that has in the middle, I think that'll look and have quite a good effect when it, you know, comes to the entire thing. I'm trying to work out, I don't know where I got a load of this copper from. I really can't remember. I know I lost a lot of osmium. I lost, like, all my osmium and all my steel, and I think the steel was the more annoying one. Well, actually the osmium was, because I needed osmium to make this thing. Whoa! What? This thing has a weird crafting recipe now. I need to check this thing, because you have to originally have this jetpack, which isn't too much of a problem. 2 steel, 3 iron, gas tank, and a control circuit. But this one, which seems to have a broken recipe. Oh wait, no, that's shaped apparently. How would you make that? Aluminium brass to get 8. Is this like there was a Gendistry version of this? In our Communimods version, you can actually, like, completely skip from jetpack, because normally, as in this recipe, you gotta go jetpack, a block of steel, 2 bronze, and 2 diamond dust. But in the Communimods current version, there's an actual thing where you need a scoop, I think it's a scoop, a diamond, and a Gendistry item, and it will make an armored jetpack. And self-admittedly, I use that because I really couldn't be bothered to go through all the stages of mechanism, even though I literally would only have to make these 3 items, because that's all I've had to make to be able to get an armored jetpack. There is a spider somewhere. I think it may just be up here, and he may be just tracking me to the ground. Yeah, there it is. Wow, I've been talking for a while. It was about 20 minutes before. Well, last time I checked. Before I was talking about the plans for the future. It was about 20 minutes, I think. But yeah, this is, I think, what this is mainly going to be, or this episode specifically, is going to mainly be, is sort of a plans for the future thing. And I swear I've done that, possibly just for my channel in general, but I may have already done this actually for this Elite just generally. Also, I'm probably going to have to start getting rid of those stolen presents because they are currently unusable. They're only usable during a 2012 event, which is quite weird. I was a bit confused by that when I looked it up. I think it was the 2012 event. I'm pretty sure it was, and you could give it to what was it? You could give it to a villager and get some gift wrapping. Steve Carts 2, which is a mod I've never ever played with. It's too confusing. I look at it and I'm confused. Oh, I got a chain chest plate. That's good because we can get if we get enough chain stuff, we can actually get steel from it, which is something I really want to set up. Which is why I want to find a zombie spawner and set up that rotary car thing, because zombies are like the zombies spawn with armor a lot of the time, as you may be able to see, especially with sort of mechanism as being a thing. And chain is quite a common occurrence, as where normally it isn't. And if I can get steel out of it, because steel is a bit of a pain. You can get it, to be honest, pretty. If I just look up steel, for example, you can get steel pretty easily with railcraft. If I find it, railcraft. Here we go. Induction smelter, 1 iron, 4 charcoal, 1 steel dust, 4 charcoal. Or you can do 2 pulverized coal and an iron dust, for example. 2 pulverized coal and an iron. So you get 2 coal, you put it in a pulverizer, or you know, you just get a stack of coal, and you can get 32 steel, which is something I may have to do. Come on. You know, it's pretty easy, but if you can get even more of the stuff without the extra effort, it's quite useful. The only problem is we don't have anything like Ars Magica, which has... No! Didn't mean that to happen. And Ars Magica has a item, which I can't remember the name of because I haven't played with Ars Magica in a while, that allows you to basically heal items, which is pretty awesome. And yeah, we don't have anything like that because that's a magic mod, and obviously we're playing Business Elite, which doesn't have magic mods in it. It's, you know, pretty obvious, like by the name, pretty much. You're a terrible shot. And yeah, it's a bit. I don't want that. I want the carrot though. There we go. So I don't know if there's actually any ways of sort of healing up armor better than just putting 2 bits of armor together, which does just take a bit more time. Is the only problem with it. I don't know if there is, but you know, if there is, I'll probably find it soon. If not, we'll just stay with that same thing because it's not too bad to basically just go, I want some coal, put it in a pulverizer, just don't throw it there for now. Then we want some iron. I'm actually running out of iron, it's a bit of a pain. 64 shiny ingots, woohoo. Actually, let's get the rest of the ferrous, I think. Ferrous is pretty low now, I've only got 13 of the stuff. But once we get that laser drill up, I am going to get quite a bit more of it, I think. As well as some platinum, nether platinum, which has been occurring in the nether quite a bit more than it previously was. I've been finding quite a lot of it. I want to see if I've actually got any of it in here. No, I did throw it all in there. Okay, I got quite a bit of it out of it. We have a lot of ferrous. If we ever need ferrous for anything, I think ferrous is only really useful for making inbar. Yeah, it's really the only reason you'd ever need it, in my opinion. So yeah, it's a bit of a useless material in my opinion. You don't really use inbar all that much, except if you were going to make hardened energy cells, which is something I've not exactly been doing all that much. I don't even know why I put this one here. There's no real point. I wasn't going to spawn anything in. I have enough ender pearls, which is mainly what I've been using that thing for. As you saw, you know, I have been using it a lot to get some gold because I needed a lot of gold for the notch apples. But other than that, I've just been using it to get ender pearls because ender pearls are a pain. Especially when it rains a lot. It's been raining a lot around my area, which means endermen don't really like to come out and play and allow me to kill them, which is a bit of a pain. But yeah, I think before I end off, as I was saying, this is just really going to be a recap episode, I think, of some sort. One other plan I have for this series is I want to have, I probably got this off of someone on someone I watch, but I can't remember. I think I've heard it before, so I'm just gonna be safe and say I probably heard it off someone, and I thought it was a good idea. But with Railcraft installed, we can get steel tanks. We can actually get iron tanks, but steel tanks are cooler, and they hold more, I think. Again, Railcraft is, I don't understand. Well, not that I just don't understand, I've just never played around with it. But we can fill those tanks with liquids, and I really want to be able to fill a full-sized steel tank with every single liquid. So if I looked up bucket, for example, I mean of water, lava, milk. Well, milk's a bit of a pain, I suppose. Biomass, ethanol, resin, sap. These stuff. I think some of them I'll miss out. Some of the bee stuff I might miss out because they're a bit of a pain. But chocolate milk, pink slime, meat bucket, biofuel, mob essence, sludge, mushroom soup, molten iron. All these molten ones are going to be fun to try and do. Molten shiny, a full. Oh my god, that would be like just. First off, it'll be a pain, and second off, it'll be impressive as all hell. But really, what sent me off is just imagine having like a full tank full of destabilized redstone, energized glowstone, resonant ender, blazing pyrotheum, gelid cryotheum, liquefated coal, lubricant, jet fuel. Those ones didn't interest me that much, but again, they're rotary craft, which I don't really understand, but luckily I have someone that I can watch who is doing a tutorial set on it, which is really good because one of our guys on the server, oh my god, why did this go wrong? One of the guys on the server actually has got that as one of his series. He's also doing it for Reactor Craft, which I think is part of this mod as well. Yeah, Reactor Craft. So if I do need anything, I will probably just look into his videos because they are quite good. So if I ever get stuck, I can probably just ask him. I think that'll be fine. But yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna stop babbling on. As I said, this was not a very good episode for things happening, particularly. I have 41 cinema left. Actually, do we have any? Yeah, only 41 left. But yeah, we've got a lot happening in the future, I think. So what I'm gonna do is probably go and get some better tools, probably change the diamond shovel and diamond axe for a lumber axe and excavator. The axe is going to be really fun because I want to make one that for making charcoal again. I think that'd be quite nice to do because there is a jungle biome right next to me, which is really, really, really good, and I want to see. That's another thing. I never actually looked at this this tree over here. I need to find out what it was. But yeah, I'm going to do that. Other than that, I can probably make a bow, and I'll probably try and get some obsidian armor, I think. Rainbow eucalyptus. Amazing. Intriguing as well. But I'll probably just get some mechanism obsidian armor because I think that stuff is quite good. I remember Space using it as his armor because he had free runners and armor jetpack like I do. And the one thing I love about the armor jetpack is it means I don't actually the free runners don't actually give you anything. So if I took off all this and put the free runners on, I get no armor from them. But just from the armor jetpack, you get 6 armor. So if I put that on and the leggings I'm already under, like 1 under, and then for example the diamond helmet actually gives you like 2.5, I think. Is that 2.5? I think it's 1.5, but I remember when I had, I think boots on as well, it was a bit high, obviously. But basically, it's really nice because what it does is, first off, you don't actually have to have boots on. You can actually have the free runners, which is really nice because it stops fall damage, and also I think it gives you a jump boost. I'm not sure. I think it does, but that might just be my jetpack fooling me. But it also just means you can you actually go over the armor limit, which is something that's really quite cool. But anyway, I'm gonna go get started, as I said, on some of these things. Probably finish off the energy area, and might make those 4 extra rooms. I think I'll, for now, just like dig them out rather than actually put stuff in them. So if I you know, don't really like the idea of doing it, and I just want to put something else in there, I can possibly have 4 laser drills in those rooms. You never know. But yeah, I will start on those, and I will see you in probably about 2 weeks' time, because I've also got, next week is Magicality episode 2, which is something I'm looking forward to because I've made quite a bit of progress from the start, or at least I think so. I kind of hope it's a lot of progress because it's taken quite a while to do. I've just been unlucky. But yes, thanks for watching, hope you enjoyed, and I will see you Friday. Bye bye.